Hello and welcome to this video called The Best Gift You Can Give the World, or maybe it's called Unapologetically You, or maybe it's called a massive declaration of self-love. I'm not sure yet because they all seem very appropriate. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Bella Luna. I'm a spiritual life coach, healer, mystic, transformational facilitator, and radical self-love advocate. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the biggest gift that you can give the world. And that is being yourself. So I did some research, and there's been approximately 107 billion people that have ever lived on this planet. 107 billion people. And yet, even with that number of people, there is still only one you. And there only ever has been one you, there only ever is one you, and there only ever will be one you. You are your own superpower. So I really want to encourage you to not wait any longer before you embrace that, because the world needs you as you are. So when I went to university, some 11 or so years ago, I had just come out of an abusive relationship and I really didn't know who the F I was. I was running around like a headless chicken being like, I don't know what I like. I don't know who I am. I don't know how I am. And so when I went to university, I did some research about the uni and all of the things I wanted to know. And I found out that there were 40,000 students in that town. And my mind was blown. I was like, 40,000 people. And then it occurred to me that somewhere within that 40,000 people could be my next best friend. But if I was to pretend to be someone I wasn't, then I would attract in people that liked that version of me and not the real version of me. And those people would then probably not be liked by the real version of me because we'd be incompatible somehow. So I decided that in a city with 40,000 students, someone was going to like me for me. So I decided to experiment. I didn't really know who I was, but I thought I'll just be me, whatever form that comes in each day, I'll just be me. And I didn't really have to look very far. I think it was almost the intention I'd set of just wanting to be myself and just saying to the universe, I'm going to be myself, because I lived in student halls of a big corridor. My bedroom door was here. And the woman whose bedroom door was here is still my best friend to this day. Not just my best friend, but I'm going to be the maid of honor at her wedding, like best friend, like sister friend, right? So just with this intention, it wasn't even like I had to search for her. She was literally put in the bedroom opposite me. It was like, open the door. Oh, hi, new best friend. But currently there's 8 billion people on this planet. And not every one of those 8 billion people is going to like you. Not everyone is going to like you. That's just a fact. To make 8 billion people like you is like, whew. I mean, you can think of some of like the most popular celebrities in the world, and not everyone is going to like them. They will have pissed someone off at some point. So you might as well attract people in that will like you for you and that you will like in return. So as a self-love advocate, I always like to relate a lot of my things and the things I talk about back to self-love. But being unapologetically you and being authentic is a massive act of self-love. It's one of the biggest acts of self-love, because you're literally declaring to the universe that I am good enough just as I am. I am good enough. Whoever I am is good enough. Authenticity is about giving yourself permission to be yourself, whoever that may be today, whoever that may be in an hour's time, whoever that may be in a week or a year. It's about stopping apologizing for who you are and start taking up the space that you just naturally take up. I've spent quite a lot of my life taking up a lot less space than I would do naturally, just because I feel like I'm a too much woman, you know, like I can be too loud, I can be too provocative, I can be too opinionated, I can be too obnoxious, I can be too sweary, as you can probably notice in a lot of my videos. I swear a lot. I try to tone it down because of Facebook and YouTube, but I swear a lot. And I've spent so much of my life trying to be quieter, more peaceful, more humble, more polite, more people pleasing. And all of that time I spent doing that, I've been miserable. So stop apologizing for who you are and start taking up your natural amount of space. Fine, some of us don't take up that much space, so don't take up more space than you naturally do, but equally take up as much space as you naturally do. So for those of you that know Brene Brown, I love Brene Brown, mention her a lot. She has some great insights, some great quotes. If you don't know who she is, go and Google her or YouTube her and watch some of her videos, watch some of her TED Talks. She's amazing. But authenticity is Brene Brown's #1 guidepost to living a wholehearted life. So, and this is from, you know, like spanning 30 years of data research and like actual statistical research. Authenticity is the #1 guidepost to wholehearted living. But also, the universe is a mirror. And if you don't know what I mean by this, I have another video called The Universe is a Mirror. So go look that up if you want more information about what I mean by that. But essentially, the universe is mirroring back to you what you show it. If you show it that you hate yourself, then it will show things in alignment with that. If you show the universe you love yourself, or that you're showing up for yourself, or that you respect yourself, then the universe will provide you things in alignment with that love and respect. So authenticity is the courage to show up as yourself, to show up as you are, whatever, you know, whether you're happy or sad, whether you're angry or grieving. It's just to show up as whoever you are, even if that is a different version from who you were yesterday or from who you were this morning. It's releasing feelings of who should I be, you know, according to your family, your partner, your kids, your parents, your society, your culture, your religion, the media, like removing all of those feelings of who you should be and just being who you are, whatever that is. It's about belonging to yourself over and above anyone else and staying in integrity with your morals, your values, your ethics, your beliefs. But as I'm sure some of you are feeling as I'm speaking about this, like it's quite scary, the idea of being unapologetically yourself, taking up all this space, being authentic. And authenticity is vulnerable AF, right? It is the most vulnerable thing you could probably ever do. It's exposing, it's raw, it lets people get in, it lets people get close to you. What if they don't like what they see? What if they reject you? That is why being authentic is one of the bravest things you can ever do. It's super, super brave. But why is it important to be yourself, to be authentic, to be unapologetically you? So again, I'm going to mention a quote by Brene Brown. She says, "We cultivate love when we allow our most vulnerable and powerful selves to be deeply seen and known." So by showing our most vulnerable and powerful selves, by letting people see them and know that side of us, we cultivate love. So our deepest connections come from our most raw, real, authentic, unapologetical self. My deepest connections with people have been when I've shared things that most people should never share, or would never want to share, or would never believe that you know, that was acceptable for other people to hear, or that they would accept you. When I have shared those parts of me with other human beings, it's created relationships that are so deep, so unshakable, that like I've never questioned their love for me or their support in my life. Again, authenticity is a universal declaration that I am enough. And that's when the universe will mirror back to you what you want, that you are enough. It all starts showing up in your life more because you're showing up in your life more. Being unapologetically yourself will attract more true, meaningful connections in your life, because you'll turn up as a person that will attract another person that likes this person, and you'll like that person, and the connections will be more meaningful and deep and more compatible, therefore more longer lasting. If you pretend to be someone you're not, then you will attract in people that like that fake version of you. So another benefit is that it removes the pressure of you having to pretend to be someone you're not. And I'm sure most people watching this, I'm sure you can relate and have experienced times in your life when you have pretended to be someone you're not. It's exhausting. Like, it's so exhausting keeping up those appearances, like particularly when you like first start dating someone or something like that, you know, and you're like, oh, like hide these parts of my personality that I think are unattractive or off-putting, damp myself down, make myself pretend to like the things that they like, or if they say they liked a particular dress I wore, then maybe I'll wear it again, you know, things like that. Like, don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't pretend to be into certain types of music or movies or books when you're not, like, because then they're thinking that you're a certain type of person, so they're attracted to something that's a lie, and then you're welcoming in this lie and living a lie. It's exhausting. So living authentically prevents you having to do that, which prevents you being so exhausted by the faking, the facade, and the pretending. And then it also, you know, it prevents you from wasting your time with incompatible people and incompatible relationships. Like, the most draining relationships in your life are probably the ones that you can be your least self with, like be the least comfortable with. So I invite you to take this video as a reminder, an invitation, an external permission to move into a place of being unapologetically you, whoever that might be today and whoever that might be tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Much love and infinite blessings from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.